Alrighty, folks, let's get this party started. Oh, I can already see the microphone spicy. Turn down your audio, folks. You know me and my microphone situation. Hello, everybody. Rob Appell here. I'm super excited to welcome you all to a Friday live, a Friday Fun Day live here at Stitchin Heaven's YouTube channel. I am Rob Appell, your host. I also do a show called So Well, and I want to welcome myself back in front of the camera today. That's right, I've been on hiatus the last couple of weeks, really just doing some really super duper exciting things, and was out in Texas for the last 10 days. And we're going to talk about that towards the middle of the show. I've got a couple of really cool, fun little things from the quilt show we were doing, and lots and lots to talk about. Carl has already spilled the beans all over the live set. There they are, folks, the Carefree Quilter shirts. And I don't know if we zoom in close enough, if you can see. Probably zoom out's better, but the block is intentionally slightly wonky. Not all the patchwork lines up in this one, and it's really super cool. So we're going to talk about everything that's going on with the Team Rob and the Team Tiffany t-shirts. We've got a bunch of review to do today. You can see the background of the set. Whoops, I'm in kind of close. There we go. You can see the background of the set is incredibly exciting. I am dressed for success in a collared shirt that I made by yours truly, made by myself, yours truly. I'm truly proud of the shirt I made by myself, something like that. At any rate, folks, yeah, it's been an incredibly exciting thing. And that was the other thing we were doing last week. Benartex Fabrics did their virtual fabric show. You can check that out on their Facebook, on their website. There's lots of links and recordings, but we were live in front of the camera last week, all of the designers at Benartex, and we got to share our designs and our creations. And you notice now I'm talking as if I'm a fabric designer. And yes, I am, and that's really cool. And we're going to talk a lot about that towards the end of the show. So hang on to your hats, folks. It's going to be awesome. I had to start a minute early, apparently, so we're going to get going right away. I forgot to put this up. Yes, welcome to all 47,000 subscribers plus and change. If you're not already subscribed, please do so at the moment. Live schedule may be changing slightly, where we might be going over on Facebook. Due to some things I want to play with technology, as well as we are missing our friend Anita on her live coffee show. Anita, if you're watching today, I have your squishy now here on the set with me, and it is being held hostage. So at any rate, we are thinking about maybe doing some more time live on Facebook. Let me know what you think of that idea. Early on, a lot of you said you really enjoyed YouTube for this kind of content. Maybe your technology worked better. Maybe you don't like Facebook for whatever reason. I love YouTube, but I really want to be here to serve all of you and entertain and inspire all of you. If I can, once a week on a live show, and that's a really great way for me to remind you of what we've been doing. What a segue. So let's go ahead and just, while I was inviting you to subscribe, I'm also inviting you to the Facebook YouTube group. We have a So Well Facebook group, and please just go ahead and hunt for that on Facebook, and that's our private area where we show and share lots of our cool ideas and our quilts and our success, and we look at Carl's cats and all kinds of great things, and it's super fun. ACJ, I'm not sure if she's participating out there, so she should, and you know I love all of you out there, and that's why we're all getting nicknamed and fun stuff. So I'm really just encouraging everybody that's kind of new or on the fringe. If you're a lurker, we want you as part of our community here. And speaking of the community and recorded videos, let's dive right into this. A few weeks ago, I answered that question. No, I answered this question. This is the question. How to resize a quilt pattern. That was actually Wednesday's video, folks. And it's something we've been talking about. Lots of requests for that based on the feedback, all of the comments, which I so greatly appreciate it. Thank you very much. It seems like folks are really digging that. This is on YouTube, on our channel proper. That's recorded. Then the week before we did this one, which is how to make a disappearing hourglass, which is really cool video, because a lot of these videos we have we have digital patterns that you can download. We have printed patterns. We have quilt kits at Stitchin Heaven. And so I'm putting together a tutorial so that you can follow along and really get that value added benefit from our kits at Stitchin Heaven, such as, yep, you guessed it, the different opinions. And no matter what opinion you may have of this quilt kit and what the design is, about a month ago, I posted a video called Make the Different Opinions Quilt Block. And in this video, I make the quilt and, I make a couple of the quilt blocks, and I offer one lucky winner the opportunity to win the quilt kit. So right now, what you're looking at here, in this overhead camera is the actual quilt kit. There's the pattern. Here's the blocks folded up. I've already got the congratulations. You get a free sticker. Really, really cool. But I wanted to recycle the quilt kit, so I've made 2 of the blocks out of here. You get to do all of the rest. And so at any rate, you get your opportunity to win said kit by watching said video. Let me show you that thumbnail one last time. There it is. Okay, so watch that video and comment in that video. I like your comments on these videos, but you need to comment on the different opinions quilt kit video to possibly win that. We will ship it to you. You can complete it. No strings attached other than the few that are holding my blocks together. See how funny I'm feeling today? And I haven't even had my 3rd coffee for the day yet. That's what comes after the video. So pretty excited, pretty wound up, obviously. I'm kind of feeling camouflage in the set a little bit with this shirt, but I think it's pretty awesome. I want to point out, I guess it's probably time to do this. Let me go ahead and move my microphone. And you did hear that the Team Tiffany and the Team Rob Appell shirts are here. How amazing is this graphic? I wish I had something to do with it other than the fact that posed for the picture. We are going to have a great, great time on our New Year's Day sew-along. So we are doing a mystery quilt again this year. It'll happen on New Year's Day. I believe it's a Monday. And we're going to sew together. We're going to eat soup together. And yeah, we're having a really cool Battle Royale style theme this year. I want you to look very closely at the video I'm about to play. There are going to be hints in this video to colorways. Here we go. Okay, folks, the gloves are coming off. I'm Rob Appell.
I'm Tiffany Hayes.
And we have the most incredible New Year's Day mystery sew-along coming at you.
For free.
2 kits, 2 instructors, 1 awesome quilt pattern.
Yeah, and some soup.
Sign up via email. Get your supply list soon.
I'm Team Tiffany, passion for precision.
Team Rob Appell, carefree quilter. So you can see we're already having a lot of fun with this. If you didn't get to participate in last year's sew-along, I accidentally made the statement about somehow I was a less than accurate quilter, and we came up at that moment with Team Rob and Team Tiffany. So yes, Team Rob is a carefree quilter. Team Tiffany has a passion for precision, as you can see in the different shirts. There's her shirt there. It's wonderful. The shirts on the back have the names, right? Is that super cool? We have our signatures on the back of our shirts. But the important part is, folks, is regardless of what color quilt kit you're going to get at Stitchin Heaven, we want you to realize that you can use either strategy. It's the same project. It's the same lesson plan. It's just that Tiffany really presses her seams open and gives a lot of great tips on real good accuracy and precision. I noticed a comment recently about how do we keep the points from going missing in our patchwork. So that's something you can really learn from Tiffany Hayes. Well, me, I might be more like, well, if all the points are at least in the quilt, does that count somewhere, you know, and maybe the quilt's done sooner. I'm a little bit more get her done kind of thing. But I absolutely love the design side of it, the color management side of it, and we have a blast teaching together. So New Year's Day, real quick, if you're at stitchinheaven.com, let me see, here you go. You go to the events page, and then you go to the mystery sew-along. You register there for free. We want your email so we can send you the patterns, the cut lists, and all of that. And then again, you can pick either of the shirts if you'd like to. You can pick the kits. And of course, I'm encouraging you to go with Rob Appell, Team Rob Appell, Carefree Quilter. But either way, we're just really happy to invite you to sew with us for free on New Year's Day. It's going to be incredible. Super excited about that. And the shirts turned out awesome. And like I said, we were shooting some of those advertisements last week while I was out there, but the real reason I was out in Texas was twofold. One, to let you know about the Quilt Show and participate in the Quilt Show. So here's another fun little home video I made for us.
It's a great time to point out the Stitchin Heaven socks, because we are in the bathhouse at the Stitchin Heaven Outdoor Quilt Show, second weekend in October at the wonderful Old Park, Quitman, Texas. Oh, it's exhausting. Oh, but so much fun. So much fun. Make sure you join us.
And then we just had a lovely day throughout the rest of the day. The solar eclipse had happened. I was flying my drone. I was really pretty much horsing around with my cameras as much as possible. so that the rest of the crew, while they were working really hard, wouldn't know I was mostly just goofing off. I helped a little at the end of the day, but mostly just talked to all the quilters out there and flew the drone and played in the bounce house and ate at the food truck. I had a wonderful cheeseburger and Frito pie and all this stuff. So got a video. The full video will be on next Wednesdays in place of a tutorial. I've got a really nice quilt show recap and a lot of the interviews of the folks I got to meet and some really nice pictures and more video. And so I'm hoping you'll enjoy that video as it comes together. Like I said, just some fun. And then here's one of my new quilt projects hanging in the sun, which was just super fun to see. I love all of that. And just what an incredible thing. So please make sure you come and join us like the second Saturday of each, of the October. I'm watching the videos we go along. Of course, I didn't prepare for this. Also, the event was brought to you by trucks, quilts hung from trucks, and fights over ladders. So that's exactly what we did the whole time. We had a blast, and it was absolutely incredible. And I really didn't expect, and I guess that's the best part about the wellness part about what we talk about it so well is expectations, maybe not having so dang many of them. But I didn't think about the light. I got up early to be out there with the camera and the drone and everything, and I wanted to fly through the quilts and take pictures of the quilts and all of that. I had some very special quilts out there that we're going to talk about here in a second, but man, it was exciting. And I was blessed that the light stayed terrific all day long due to the solar eclipse, and that was really neat. And so anyways, it was just great to participate in that. And now on for the big deal, the big exciting thing. I can now finally give you all close-ups. It's official. The fabrics have launched. Now, they're not due in stores. In the local quilt shops, these fabrics will be due available January 2024. The fabric line is called New Worlds by Rob Appell for Benartex. Here's a close-up. This is the quilt. Now, this quilt here is going to be a free pattern. This pattern will be called Dazzling Dots, and we'll have it as soon as the fabrics are available. So here's just, I'm going to hold it up real quick. It's fusible raw edge applique for the circles, and then it's some nice strip piecing in the background. I happen to do some mitered strip piecing, but you could do straight piecing. You could do curved piecing if you've watched that video recently. So this is just a really, really cool project. Like I said, this will be a free and available to everybody. I think the pattern will be on the Benartex website very soon, so check that out. I thought this is really cool. This is something I've been kind of sneaking and hiding a little bit, but look, folks, this is how the fabrics arrive on these rolls. And isn't this incredible? So what you're looking at here, like I said, it's called New Worlds. It's technically 3 different designs and 3 different colors, so it makes 9 prints total. You see the rainbow in order here, and it's just really fun. They're all geometrics, and they're all basically based on a hexagon layout. So I think that they're going to be, and hopefully you can see them, really terrific for stuff like grandmother's flower gardens. Here's a half-yard chunk that we could look at a little bit better. Let's go this route. And I think you can kind of see the way that the hexagons lay out for you. So those I'm thinking will be able to be fussy cut down into something terrific and really exciting. The colors, I'm very, very happy with the print quality and the saturation. There is a mottled background. If you've ever worked with Benartex's Shadow Blush, that's why I've been talking so much about Shadow Blush lately. A lot of the quilts I made over the last year, the Dupree's Diamond, the Summer Camp from Charisma Horton, several of the other sample quilts I was working on, I was using Shadow Blush, and I kept telling you I was building up to something, folks, and that was one. I was really making sure I liked the feel, the hand, the quality of the Shadow Blush as a base, because that was the concept, is that we would then, here, maybe it looks better this way, be getting a nice print on top of it, so you can see the mottling of the texture of the Shadow Blush. And if you bring it in maybe a little closer, you can see the prints there of the different designs. And if I slide this back maybe just a freckle, there it is, you can probably see that main hexagon for that layout. So that's going to be terrific for all of you hand paper piecers, you English paper piecers out there. Let's take a quick, this is my just all-time favorite here quilt that I've made in the longest time. Playing with the ideas of patchwork backgrounds and applique, especially because we want to offer pre-cut applique kits from Stitchin Heaven for you in the future. This here is my Bird of Paradise quilt. Again, it's all raw edge, and I thought it was really fun to offer. Oops, I'm a nitpicker, a thread picker. I wanted to offer all of the fabrics, so I chose the Bird of Paradise because it offers all of the colors in the flower and the leaves that I have available. But then the backgrounds again are the solids and the shadow blush from Benartex, and I just wanted that to have a very organic feel, a very light feel. So I'm really very, very pleased and feeling very excited about the way that the colors have a subtle play and the way they can show the quilting texture without being super quilted, but also an in-your-face brightness, a very intentional geometric play as well. By the way, folks, if you weren't aware, a lot of quilts are based off of geometry, and so it just was super fun for that as well. This quilt here, I will make a tutorial in the future. We will have kits available. It's some very fun strip piecing projects. I will do a tutorial on all 3 of them in the future, so look for those around the end of December, early into January, when the fabrics start to arrive. If you attend our Stitchin Heaven Sewing Expo, rumor has it I might have a yard or 2 to share, to show, all of that kind of stuff, maybe even let you pre-order. So Stitchin Heaven is going to be your place for pre-orders. Let's just get that out of the way right now. I would love it if you placed your order. Now, I don't have a link handy today. We're working on getting all of the fabrics on our website for you. So maybe by next week, again, that's why I like you to subscribe here at YouTube so I can communicate all of that with you. But if you need, several hundred yards of this for yourself, we'll be happy to make sure that gets cut perfectly and sent off to you. I don't know about different pre-cut setups yet as far as bundles and things. So we're just having fun. This is literally dripping wet, hot off the press. It is a wet print. If you know what that means, you know what that means. And that's also a huge blessing to me. I'm very, very thrilled with that. I have been sewing with it. I have been designing with it for a couple of months under lock and key. I went to the secret Apple warehouse where they do all of their R&D, and I locked myself in the room and provided myself deep creative quality control. And anyway, so yeah, it works. Friends, you can see it works. I'm really, really excited about that. So yeah, check this out. Super, super excited. I think I've gone through all of my notes. Oh, I was starting to tell you too. August 7th through 11th, 2024, I am hosting a retreat in Texas at the Retreat Center, which I love. It's an incredible place. And we are going to be announcing very, very soon that the quilts are going to be this style. The projects are going to be several different like Quilter's Choice projects. We'll have kits available, so it makes it really easy for you to travel in and participate. But we're going to be working on concepts of patchwork backgrounds. Wait, stay there. Patchwork backgrounds. Just like this too, right? Patchwork backgrounds with really fun, free-flowing applique, intentional applique. Maybe we want to take something like you see on the back wall here and start it as a patchwork and break it apart into applique. I want to teach basically a retreat where we are going to design 2 quilts, morph them, fuse them together through patchwork and surface applique and possibly reverse applique, and make some incredible projects that give you a lot of story to tell in your quilting. So that's what August Retreat's going to be all about. It. As a matter of fact, folks, I need to come up with a really cool name for it. Would you please help me? Could you email me, rob@stitchinheaven.com, and let me know what would be a great name for a retreat that is going to be a patchwork base with applique on top. It's a creative expression retreat, but I promise I will have patterns and kits for those of you who just want to come and learn the technique and express yourselves later. I will also be there to work with all of you independently that want to express yourselves during the retreat and you want to bring designs and things with me. So that's a big name to come up with. So pressure's on all of you now with me. Help me come up with a name. Carrie is waiting desperately for me to get the photos into her and a name for her so that we can really start advertising the quilt retreat at Stitchin Heaven in August. So make sure you attend that. I would really appreciate that. Like I said, I think I even have my email in here. Yeah, there it is. Boom. rob@stitchinheaven.com. And while we're here and I'm pushing magic buttons, let's say thank you to our sponsors today. Stitchin Heaven Fabrics in Quitman, Texas, the premier quilt shop. And all. You know what? Actually, now that I'm goofing off, you know what we're really, really good at? and I just did a whole series of these, is block of the month, folks. I didn't really realize how many block of the month customers we serve every month. We have over 40 programs a year, but we have hundreds and hundreds of participants in each program. And so I'm now starting to do some videos that will be like your month one walkthrough, and I'm really having fun with creating the videos. But wow, what a blessing to understand how many of you are participating in the block of the month program. So as I was starting to be super silly announcer voice man, I do really want to say thank you to all of you out there that are participating in the block of the month programs, because they're so cool. And it's what it's doing is fantastic out there. So anyways, thank you to Stitchin Heaven. Thank you for sending me an email with the name of my new quilting retreat. Please consider signing up and joining us. I'm going to give you all a wonderful last look here. Let's go to the overhead camera if I can find it, at some of these beautiful fabrics. And there they are. That's all of them. And I'm going to check your comments real quick. So if you have questions or comments for me, I see Janice and Los Osos is chiming in. Thank you, Janice. I appreciate that. Potato soup recipe is amazing. Have you already tasted it, Carl? Oh, look at that, folks. Jeremy Jeffries, none other. He is the sales manager at Benartex Fabrics, and he actually already has the week off because he sold so many of the fabrics. He gets an early weekend. He was texting me from Hawaii, I believe. No, I'm just kidding. Jeremy's a great guy, though. If you haven't met him, he's a wonderful gentleman, and I really appreciate him helping coordinate all of this getting together and me getting to be blessed to be on the Benartex team. Folks, I really appreciate you being out there, and appreciate you signing on for the sew along and all of the wonderful things. So if you have any questions, feel free to type those in now. I am looking at the comments, and I'm going to sign off here pretty quick, get that extra cup of coffee in me, because I've got several things I'm really excited to finish up this afternoon before I really start my weekend. I see Australia's joining in, Western New York. That's really cool. Las Cruces, Illinois, New Hampshire, Washington. Like I said, Los Osos, Kansas. Hey, my Kansas stocks got stolen already by my son. He loves the color red. So anyways, I was doing laundry recently. I thought, I didn't wear those. What are they doing in the laundry already? Awesome, folks. I'm going to get ready to sign out of here. I think you've all enjoyed the beautiful New Worlds fabrics by Benartex and Rob Appell. I want to thank you all for all of the support, really, for over all of the years. This is really cool. And it's okay, let's just take a moment and talk about that wellness side of Sew Well, because that's one of the things I love about the name of the show. Is I think that there's a concern that some folks are afraid to be creative for fear that that creativity may flush out and run out. Folks, if I could be an example of the more creative you try to be, the more creative you become, and the more creative you keep being, and you can't stop being creative. I was blessed to be talking to a couple of my friends this morning and yesterday afternoon that are experiencing the exact same waves of intense creativity. And the more creative they are, the more people are reaching out to them, and the more people want to partner with them and all of these things. Folks, don't be afraid to share your creativity and your creative energy. If I can be a testament to that, I swear the more I feel like I try to share, the more all of you give back, and the more all of you bless me by allowing me these opportunities. And so, at any rate, I just don't want to get too emotional or whatnot here, but I do really want to say thank you again for all of the longtime fans. When I was presenting last week to the Benartex, the virtual fabric show, I guess it was this week, but there was a gal who chimed in at the end during the question and answer who, you know, was a friend of mine that I met, I believe, in Southern California, came to one of my retreats, and then had my aunt and uncle while they were visiting in Tennessee over for dinner because there was another young gentleman. And all of these things come together. And folks, this is why we make quilts, and this is why we give quilts, and we surround each other in textiles, because it's such a very amazing, loving, and inspiring environment, especially if we intentionally nurture that. I know that sometimes creativity can be a little bit competitive, But the truth of the matter is, if you're doing it from your heart and soul, folks, I truly believe it will just keep growing and growing and radiating and radiating. So don't be afraid to share those blessings of creativity. I'm a strong believer that the more I work with my hands, the better I feel. And this is why I'm here each week for all of you. I am just absorbing all of you. And so I want to say thank you for keeping me going each and every day. And with that, folks, I will see you Wednesday with an awesome recorded video. I believe it will be the Quilt Show follow-up, which I think you're going to love. And again, continue to let me know how I can support you. Rob at stitchinheaven.com is the best way to email me. And follow those videos. Make sure you subscribe. Continue to request content, and we will continue to serve all of you. Until then, folks, please stay well. Awesome. I'm glad you were all here, folks. Appreciated.